Hello children, myself Priyanka Samath. Welcome you in today's EVS class for understanding lesson number 24, Gifts of Nature. Children, this is our part 1. In this part, we are going to discuss about nature and natural resources, types of natural resources, renewable resources and water with sources of water, water pollution and conservation of water. So children, let we start. First children, can you tell me what is meant by nature? The phenomenon of the physical world collectively, including plants, animals, the landscape and other features and products of the earth as opposed to humans or human creations is the nature. Children, our earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need but not every man's greed. Need means which we required and greed means to want more. But greed, to become a greedy is not a good. We should satisfy. So our earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need. Our earth is a blue and amazing too. Many scientists in the world have worked on some amazing features of our Mother Earth. Galileo, a famous scientist, was the first one to prove that it is not the solar system that revolves. Revolves means moving around the earth. But earth is one that revolves around the sun. Yes, children. Then, second one was Sir Isaac Newton, was a great scientist who discovered the law of universal gravity. Law of universal gravity. Due to gravity, the earth pulls everything towards itself. Right? Do you know children, whatever goes up, when we throw our ball up, it comes down. Yes, this happens due to gravitational force of the earth. It is called gravitational force of attraction. Now, let we see nature and natural resources. Nature is the perfect blessing God gave to us. When we look around, we see many living and non-living things that occur naturally on the earth like the animals, trees, mountains, rivers, soil, etc. All these are very useful to us. See children, here is one picture. How beautiful is that? Yes, it shows our nature's property. We cannot survive without them. These gifts of nature are available to us free of cost. Yes, we are not paying any cost to the nature. We are using sunlight, we are using rainwater and all. But for that we are not paying any money. They are called as the natural resources. Why? Because as they we get only from nature. Can you name some more natural resources, children? Let we study details. Now, let we see the types of natural resources. The natural resources are divided into two categories, renewable and non-renewable. Now, let we see one by one, renewable and non-renewable resources. All the resources which are available in infinite quantity. Infinite quantity means we can use limitless or endless. All the resources which are available in infinite quantity and can be used again and again. Means again and again, after one time using we can use it again and again. They are called the renewable resources. Re means again. And resources such as sunlight, wind, soil, plants and animals are examples of renewable resources. I repeat children, sunlight, wind, soil, plants and animals. These are the examples of renewable resources. They can be replenished. Replenished means fill up again or restore. quickly once used. Means whenever we are using, after that using we can form it again or we can get it again. Some resources are available in limited quantity. These are called as the non-renewable resource. These are not available in infinite quantity. So which are they? Coal, fossil fuel, crude oil, nuclear energy are some non-renewable resources. They cannot be replenished. Replenish means again fill up again or restore. They can't be replenished immediately by nature. It takes millions of years to replenish them. Then renewable resource. Some important renewable resources are water, sunlight, plants, animals, wind, soil, etc. Now let we see first water. Water is an important natural resource which is very essential for all living beings. No life is possible without water. We need water for our everyday activities such as drinking. Yes, student. Daily we should drink 8 to 10 glasses of water. Then again for what we use water? Yes, for washing, for bathing, for watering plants, etc. Water bodies are the habitats for many plants and animals. Thus, it is one of the most valuable and essential gift given to us by nature. Then let we see sources of water. Sources means from where we can get water. Origin of water. Although 3/4 of the earth's surface, 3/4 means 3/4 out of one part. Okay. Although 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with water, only a small portion of it can be used for drinking or other day-to-day activities. This is because most of the water on the earth is present in the sea and oceans, which is a saline. What is meant by saline? Saline means salt containing water. Example, sea water and water we get from ocean. Therefore, this water is unfit for consumption. Consumption means this water we can't drink directly. It is not suitable for us. Can you drink salty water, children? No. So, it is not useful for us. Rain is the main source of fresh water on earth. Rainwater fills up the water bodies like lakes, ponds and rivers. The water from these water bodies is treated and made fit for drinking. This water then reaches our homes for consumption. Some of the rainwater seeps means flow or leakage, flow or leak through the small holes, seeps into soil and gets collected underground, means inside the soil. This underground water thus is a rich source of fresh water. With the help of tube wells, hand pumps and submersible pumps, we can fetch means bring back to surface, fetch groundwater. Some of the fresh water is in the form of ice caps on mountain peaks. These snow when melts in summers. I think you saw these children in Himalayan region. When there is falls ice and afterward when the temperature becomes high, temperatures becomes rise, then that ice gets melts and that melting water flows into rivers. This snow when melts in summers flows down as water to fill up the rivers. Then next, water pollution. Now what is meant by pollution? Pollution means to become dirty. Due to rising population, what is meant by population? A community of animals, plants or humans. Children, clear the difference between the word pollution and population. Due to rising population and industrialization, our water bodies are becoming dirty with unwanted things. Unwanted things means foreign things that we cannot afford or that we don't require. unwanted things or waste material. We have already discussed about this in previous chapter. Now, let we see conservation of water. The need for water is growing manifold, but the resources are depleting. Depleting means to become less in a number or quantity or getting polluted. A conscious effort to solve water is the need of the hour. So, how can we conserve water, children? See, we can avoid drainage water unnecessarily when cleaning cars, kitchen, balconies, etc. We can store drinking water in clean and covered pots. Yes, children, we should cover all the food items or water sources at our home. Water used in the kitchen for washing fruits and vegetables must be reused for activities like watering plant, etc. Then avoid bathing using a shower, use a bucket instead. Means children, instead of using shower, you can use bucket. Don't leave the tap open while brushing teeth or shaving. Fix the leaking tap to save water. Do not pollute any water body because they are the main source of fresh water. Right, children? I hope up to this you have understood. We will discuss about plants and animals and soil and non-renewable resources in the next part of the lesson. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.